Welcome to the Vantage HR Influencers Podcast. This podcast is sponsored by Vantage Circle, the simple and AI-powered rewards and recognition platform for employee engagement.
In the fast-paced world of the media industry, maintaining a healthy work-life balance can be a big challenge. We are diving deep into this topic with our guest today to explore the unique hurdles and innovative solutions in the media world. Whether you are a part of this industry or simply curious about the dynamics, this conversation will surely provide valuable insights. Hello everyone, you're tuned into the Vantage HR Influencers Podcast. I'm the host Sushmita, and today I have with me a very special guest, Sagorika Kantharia, the head HR and coach at Radio City 91.1 FM. Hi Sagorika, welcome to the Vantage Influencers Podcast.
Hi, Sushmita. Thank you for inviting me.
Thank you so much for being here, Sagorika, once again. Let's dive in, Sagorika. Could you start by sharing a bit about your background and your journey in HR?
Yeah, sure. So, as you would know from my profile, I'm throughout media HR professional. And the journey has been very interesting and rewarding. Worked with journalists, worked with RJs, the digital team, and of course, our aggressive sales team across. So it has been a lovely journey. I started my career with Times of India, and I started at a time when Times of India was setting up the HR function. So I got to kind of do all kind of assignments, build up HR basically, right from setting up the policies to induction, the performance management. I also got to do a lot of corporate assignments that we had initiated, that is job evaluation, working the job roles, compensation benchmarking, working on employee engagement program for All India through Growth Club. And I was also involved in the project of launching Mumbai Mirror. So that was quite exciting and very, very important learnings that I had in my stint with Times of India, which I still treasure. And I would say that has kind of laid the foundation for my today's work.
Yeah.
In 2007, I was invited by Radio City, and I was invited again at a very interesting phase when we were just 7 stations, and we just had our phase 2 licensing, and we were moving from 7 stations to 21 stations, and subsequently, of course, with the phase 3, we moved from 21 to 39 station. Again, here the role was setting up the entire HR function, so we set up performance management to rewards and recognition, to various HR policies that we brought in, employee-friendly policies that we brought in. The whole gamut of HR is what me and my team set. And one of the mandate that was given to me when I was hired to create a very compelling workplace, a great culture. So again, I'm very proud to say that we created the culture where we ranked, initially we were, of course, not ranking anywhere in the Great Place to Work survey. So from our first rank was 45. From there, we moved to the top 5 best companies to work for. So where we competed with the multinationals and various other industry. So from banking to IT, etc., and reaching that top 5 was a really gratifying experience.
Yeah.
So in 2015 is when Jagran bought Radio City over, and that's when I was given the 5 units of Jagran also to handle, set up the HR for them, where again they did not have any HR. So we set up the entire team. We built the practices, the HR practices for these 5 verticals, and I'm very proud to say that in 2020, when I quit Jagran, we were in the top, we were all certified as Great Place to Work. All the 5 business units, along with, of course, Radio City was in the top 5 best companies to work for.
Yeah.
In my second stint, I joined them back in 2022. Again, it's a very interesting phase when radio is going through its transition, where radio plus digital is the strategy that we are working on. Again, there's a new learning which needs to be inculcated. Some new assignments, new things to work on. I'm also working on some board level assignments, working on the newer verticals of Jabran, again, setting up the culture there, setting up the HR vertical there. So a very interesting phase. So during my break, the sabbatical time, I would say, I certified myself as the ICF PCC coach. I also served as a secretary to the ICF Mumbai Charter chapter, and currently I am the co-leader for the group and team coaching. So during this phase of 2 years, I worked on various assignments with ICF where we wanted to take coaching to the masses. So we did a lot of projects with the college students and also the development sector. So a very interesting phase of that coaching as well, which I'm planning to bring it to my organization. So that has been my journey so far.
Yeah, so pretty extensive experience in the media industry, Sagorika, and
Yes,
having worked with the renowned organizations, as you mentioned, the Times Group, then Jagran, Prakashan, and currently at the Radio City, India, right?
Yeah.
You have undoubtedly navigated various challenges and reaped the significant rewards, throughout your career. Could you please share some insights into the unique challenges and some gratifying experiences that you have encountered in this dynamic industry, Sagorika?
Yeah, so I would say challenges, how I see challenges. Challenges are, a fodder for you to kind of build new things, work on new ways of looking at the situation and provide solution, right? So I think I'll focus more on the rewards that I've enjoyed during this whole journey in media, is that hiring the best talent for your organization, creating a culture where people would want to join. So I've heard people saying that, and I can talk more about Radio City because there I build up right from the scratch. So where people say that, in my career, I would want to work with Radio City. So Radio City was known for its culture. Yeah. So these are some of the rewards, like, we have been this question also that we were competing with the multinationals. Yeah. So to reach. So, hiring them that, because media, you would know that there's high attrition. So finding the right talent for you at the right turnaround time so that the business does not get impacted, creating the right culture so that the employees would want to join your organization, would like to stay with your organization. For example, I'm very proud to say that today, Radio City, 75% of my senior leadership have grown from within, So it's also because the kind of culture that we have created, the kind of grooming that we do for our employees. Yeah. So those are some of the things. And also we have been in the top 5 best companies to work with by the Great Place to Work survey. And we have been consistently for last 10 years ranking in the top 50 companies. So our journey has been from ranking 45 to top 5 companies. Is very gratifying, I would say.
Yeah.
When you see this whole transition or the whole movement, which is upward, you feel that you have done some, we built something right to kind of get there. Yeah, because it's a survey which the employees do. There's also, they review our the ways we work, the policies and some of the initiatives that we have, so that has been very rewarding. And also personally, I've been awarded by the World HR Congress and Transformance for various leadership awards. So that has been quite gratifying.
Yeah, I am personally actually very much attracted to the media industry. I have been a part of the media industry before in my earlier career years. But it actually comes with some of the most incredibly talented individuals, right? And that itself comes with its own set of rewards, isn't it? dealing with the different
Correct.
professionals who wears the many hats, and from talent management to keeping in pace with the technological advancements. I think it's definitely a very thrilling experience, right?
Yes.
Hmm.
Yes, it
And
is.
but talking
Yeah.
about the work rhythms that we see in the media industry, it's a very fast-paced environment, and it often entails irregular hours, working hours, and the roles are of very
Yes.
high demand, right?
Mm.
So how does Radio City 91.9 FM effectively manage employee expectations and well-being, considering these unique aspects of the industry?
Yes. Yeah. So various department work at different time, to manage the workflow. So what we do in Radio City is we provide a lot of flexibility. While we have the overall, we ensure that the discipline is maintained, but we provide a lot of flexibility to our employees. Like there is a shift timing which the employee can decide after discussing with the reporting officer. However, he has to complete 8 hours of duty. So, moment you give them a choice of whatever shift timing you would want to choose, basis your confirmation with the reporting officer, that kind of helps them. We also have work from home options where people, to meet their work-life balance, they would want to kind of utilize that. There have been times when we have given a leave to people to meet, beyond the number of prescribed work from homes to kind of manage their crisis at home. We also give, if people have worked on certain assignments and stretched themselves beyond the work hours, we give them the compensatory of, whatever text possible that they would want to kind of use. We also do a late sitting analysis to prevent burnout. So we understand which are the departments who are sitting really late. So we have conversation with the reporting officer to understand what really is it. Is it a temporary phase, or is it a permanent phase, or what can be done so that employees are not inordinately spending long hours.
Yeah. As you have mentioned about scheduling, flexibility and giving them work from home. So balancing work and life is already a struggle for many professionals, but it must be particularly challenging in the media sector, isn't it? Could you give us a glimpse of, behind the scenes of how, your organization approaches this challenge? And if you have any valuable advice for those in the industry who are looking to achieve that balance?
Yeah. So today, actually the work can be done from anywhere. Right. Few of the functions, of course, for example, my RJs,
yes.
If they work from home for a long period of time, then the quality of the output, kind of the audio, or
that might get hampered.
Yeah, that can get affected. So some of the jobs, of course, you can't give a long duration work from home, but some of the jobs you can, where people can work remotely.
Right.
So I would say that, if you can fix the accountability part of it through clearly defined KRAs and monitoring, I think there's a possibility of giving people work from home or, remote working to meet exigencies, I would say. But can it be given for a long period of time, or, what is the number of days that one can give? That will clearly depend on the business reality of each organization. So,
right.
For example, we build in our organization, we have few things like, people can take 1 hour, you can leave 1 hour early or come in 1 hour late for 3-4 times in a month, which I think is adequate to kind of manage your work-life balance. And in case someone needs more, then can always, talk to their reporting officer, and they need to send out an email to the HR. We also do something very interesting where, which adds to that surprise element. The locations which have achieved their revenue, we announced that, today you can leave 2 hours early and enjoy with your family members or with your team members. And so, so
the rest of the day. Yeah. Brilliant.
Yeah. So we do these kind of things to kind of energize the workplace and also create that happiness.
And if we talk about a very crucial aspect, mental health, a very crucial, especially given the intensity of media work, would you like to tell us about any specific initiatives or insights that Radio City 91.1 FM has implemented to prioritize employee well-being and employee mental health?
So employee wellness today has become very, very important with the number of lifestyle diseases which are, catching up, or the mental wellness, which is of prime importance. So we do a few things that, we send out one tip of the day, which is early in the morning, which reaches everybody's desktop. So once they come and switch on their computer, the first thing that computer, laptop, they see this, a tip of the day, which goes from our handle, our Radio City Positive Life, which basically talks about how to, how to do some useful exercises during your work day, or otherwise some healthy food tips, which, we did not know that what a cucumber gives, or a pumpkin gives, or a fruit gives, So it also talks about the meditation tips or yoga postures, which can help certain pain areas, or you would want to kind of reduce weight or whatever, So these kind of things we do. And then we also talk about how to improve your mental health. So those are a simple, very crispy, snacky tips which go out from our handle, RC Positive Life. We also have something called Choosing Health, which is a quarterly webinar that we do, or in person, a workshop kind of thing, where
like a consultation, maybe.
Yes. We invite the experts, where they talk about certain lifestyle. Mostly, we do lifestyle diseases, stress management. So those kind of workshops. So where they come and share the expert advice, and employees can ask any kind of question if they have. We also do something very interesting, which is RC Wellness League, which is a healthy habits building and also employee engagement program, which is a 21-day challenge that we give to employees, where they have to participate in physical activities, some mental activities, some fun activities along with their family members. So which also kind of enhances if they want to build some healthy habits. So 21 days is, they say that, if you're doing something for 21 days, then you continue doing it, because you can see the benefits thereafter.
Yeah, it forms a habit.
Yeah, forms a habit. So we do these kind of things. We also do hobby masterclass, which is like when all of us, who are working, we want to do certain things. We want to learn so many things, but because of time crunch, we're not able to kind of focus on our hobbies, right? So what we do once in a month, there are experts in the organization itself. Someone is very good in, say, cooking. Someone is very good in photography. Someone is very good in painting. So they hold the masterclass for all the employees. So where they share tips, and we learn from each other. So when you learn something, you feel more energized. Mentally, you are more agile, and that helps in kind of mental well-being. We not only look at the mental and the physical well-being, we also look at the financial well-being of employees, because that will comprise of the entire wellness, where we organize sessions for employees, how to invest better.
Okay.
Yeah. So these are some of the initiatives that we do to kind of build the wellness in the organization.
Honestly, very exciting initiatives in place, Sagorika. And these initiatives, it actually promotes a culture of empathy and support, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
The employee feels cared for,
Yeah, definitely. That's what I'm saying. And it sounds really impactful. And finally, as we wrap up, Sagorika, what valuable advice do you have for our fellow HR professionals in the media industry?
So media industry, I have been throughout in media, and of course a little bit of service industry that I was in. I personally feel media is very interesting. It's a dynamic industry, and it's fun. For HR, significantly that it's an industry where there's high attrition. So as an HR, if we are able to value add by identifying the right talent and supporting our organization, building a culture where employees would want to come and join, where the high potentials will stay back, will be retained, build a system where where you are able to identify the high potentials and groom them for the next levels. Yeah, and also I think because it's a creative medium and creative people are very emotional, if I can build that one-to-one connect and stay tuned to my employee. And these are some of the things that I would say that in media, it's a requirement. It's a requirement.
Yeah, fantastic insights, Sagorika. Your valuable contributions have certainly enriched our discussion and provided our listeners with a wealth of knowledge. We are grateful to have you as our guest today. However, our audience might want to connect with you further. So would you like to tell how they can reach out to you?
Yes, of course. So my personal handle is Sagorika Kantharia. I'm available on LinkedIn. And I'm also available on Twitter, Facebook, and Insta. So, and my personal email ID is sagorika.kantharia@gmail.com. So these are some of the ways that people can look out for me.
Brilliant. Yeah, I'll tag your LinkedIn profile in the show notes of this episode. Thank you so much for being here with us today, Sagorika. It's been an absolute pleasure.
It's my pleasure, Sushmita, and thank you so much for inviting me over. It was lovely talking to you.
Thanks for listening to the Vantage HR Influencers Podcast. Please do subscribe to Vantage HR Influencers Podcast on Apple Podcast, Spotify, and our YouTube channel for new episodes.